and what you guys are building here under Billy Napier.
Yeah, so like I said, obviously we didn't get the result we wanted last weekend, and the only thing we can do now from here on out is just keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? It got to mean something to you. You just gotta just keep swinging.
How big is getting to a bowl game for you guys? I mean, how is that critical for for all the players in the program going forward?
Yeah, no doubt. That's literally like the standard here, like a bowl game. So I feel like that's definitely something that we I don't want to even say expect, but it's more so like we're working to get to that most definitely.
Did you play at the A&M game in 2020, or
Yes, sir.
you were in that game?
Yes, sir. I did.
What do you remember about that day? Was it really as many people and as loud and crazy, or what do you recall?
Yeah, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that was COVID year. But they did have probably the most packed stadium and out of like everywhere that we went that year. So I just know since like it's no restrictions, I know it'll be pretty rowdy this upcoming weekend.
This pass defense is, creating some interceptions, but also giving up a lot of yards. How do you evaluate it, and what do you guys maybe need to do better by the end of the month?
That just goes back to film study and just executing every down. Every down. Every down is a money down in my eyes. They say third down, money down. I feel like every down is money down. And I just feel like that just goes back to like just guys doing that 111, just executing a job every down.
What was your, and I guess if you can speak to it, the team's reaction to Brendan Cox being dismissed, and what kind of message do you think that sends across the roster?
It definitely sends a strong message throughout the locker room. That's my guy. I'm still rooting for B. To this day. It caught me off guard a little bit. I kind of found out when all y'all did, but that's a Napier decision, Coach Napier decision. I leave that up to Coach. We just got to keep going as a team. Finish out strong. But I wish him the best for sure.
Coach Napier brought up as well today and on Saturday that he saw kind of a different fight, almost a kind of a turning point for you. So when you think about just the togetherness of this team, how, again, important is that message, I guess?
Yeah, that just goes to show, like, when we're all together on one page and fighting, really the sky's the limit. I feel like honestly, when we're all just fighting for one goal, I seen something on Twitter the other day. It was like when no one, I think it's from the Seahawks, like when he said something about when no one is looking to be rewarded with the crown, like just the team's success just it skyrockets. So I feel like that's an approach that we must take.
Where's your roommate?
No.
Oh, you said my guy, and
Oh no, that's just my guy. Yeah, I'm saying that's just.
no, but then you said something afterwards, and I wasn't quite sure what it was.
Nah.
Jaydon, you came in with Lloyd. Obviously, this is a big opportunity for him now. Just what have you seen from him and his development and him being able to step up?
Yeah, so even with B through the whole course, Lloyd has just been taking a little from his game and just applying it to his, and I feel like Lloyd has learned a lot from B as far as like his play and just Lloyd has learned like the urgency, and I feel like Lloyd is taking that big step that he needed to be ready. So and honestly, I'm confident in Lloyd and his play and all the other Bucks as well, Twan, Reese, and I'm confident in all those guys. I feel like they're ready, no doubt.
Patrick Tony has taken a lot of blame from the fan base, particularly for just the defensive struggles. What would you say about his coaching ability and what you like about it, and what maybe fans and people, just casual observers, are missing?
Yeah, I will say this. I see the hate too. I see it with Coach Tony, with us. As a whole. I honestly feel like fans should just take a step back and just really like understand. Like Patrick Tony is definitely definitely a great coach. Like and I know it's hard to say with the results that we're given, but that just goes back to we just have to be on the same page as far as just players. We have to execute it. Patrick Tony can only do so much. Coach Tony, he gives us the calls, and we have to execute it. So you can't fault Coach Tony.
Well, what do you like about what he does? What he does? You say we heard all the players think he's like brilliant and all that. What can you give me an example? What stands out to you where it's like people maybe don't know?
One thing I will say, Patrick Tony is doing his hardest every week. You know what I'm saying? He's in here before y'all wake up, and he's in here when when y'all going to sleep, and he's doing his best to make sure we're in the best situation, the best position to be successful. I'm strongly confident in Coach Tony.
How would you evaluate the secondary as a whole performance through 8 games, and what areas do you think you guys have been strong, and where do you think you still need to improve?
I mean, y'all see it. I mean, we definitely have a lot of room for improvement. I honestly feel like we should we need to play the ball a lot better. Route recognition. It's a lot of things that we as a secondary that we need to work on, and we know that as a group.
What do you think of that pick by Perkins?
Oh, that was a great play. I was too proud of him, for that. All the work he's put in, to come down with that ball, that was big time. That was a great play.
Did you realize that he got it right away, or?
No, actually, I ain't really, like, when he, see, initially I thought it was a catch, I didn't know. But then I seen when he was holding the ball up, and then I watched the replay, I'm like, oh, he got it. But I was surprised myself, though. It was a great play.
Jacksonville, I guess, was kind of a road, not really a road game, so the only real road game you guys have had was against Tennessee. What do you guys take from that experience to kind of going into where you have 3 of your last 4 on the road?
Oh, yeah, so, Tennessee, so that was, the environment was just off the chart. So you obviously just like when teams come into the swamp, like it's rowdy. Home field advantage, that all plays a part. But that's where we gotta just be back against the wall, and actually back against which other teammate, and just it's just all y'all got. Well, we all we got, to an extent. So it's like we just gotta just embrace the hate, all the everybody against you, and I feel like that should motivate you to go out and want to play even harder, just to shut them up.
Anybody else? Just how critical was it winning the turnover battle? I know that the results weren't what you guys were looking for, but just something to build on. How huge was that?
Yeah, like you said, the results wasn't definitely not how we wanted it, but to win that, that's a start. Just to see us keep fighting, and to win the turnover battle is big for us, as a defense. That's something that we talked about, winning the turnover margin, and we actually did that this game. So that's something that we can start there. That's a good start.
He plays a little bit far away from you, but Chris McClellan we've seen his reps kind of increase recently over the last several weeks, and it seems like he's played pretty well. What do you think he brings to this defense, and what can you maybe say about him?
Yeah, so before Chris ever made the first play that y'all seen, I always knew that just his approach and practice and just his work ethic, I already knew that Chris was going to be a good player for us, and I honestly feel like Chris brings he brings that extra edge to the defense. He gets to come off the bench and he gets to make like good plays. He makes big time plays when we need him, and I'm thankful for Chris. Yeah, he made a lot of big time plays for us.
Yeah, one more, just about A&M's offense. They have a new quarterback, real highly rated kid, finally getting his shot. I think he threw a few touchdowns last week. What do you see from that offense and some of those young playmakers?
Yeah, everybody knows A&M has a pretty good freshman class, and just a pretty good team, period. They've been kind of on the rough end, like how we have been, but A&M definitely has like an explosive offense, and we have to prepare well for that, and I look forward to doing so.
Evan Stewart, does he jump out?
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely a playmaker. I remember actually him being here and helping recruiting him. Yeah, but Evan, he's definitely a great player, and I'm looking forward to getting out there and competing with him. What's that?
Yeah, he stood out at Friday Night Lights.
All right. Thank you, Jaydon.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.